Hello, good morning, student. Today we are going to discuss problem number 6 in part first of the company funnel account. So this is the problem for today's lecture. Bhagya Limited was registered with a nominal capital of rupees 5 lakhs in equity shares of rupees 10 each. The following was the trial balance as on 31st March 2020. You are required to prepare statement of profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2020 and balance sheet as on that date as per Companies Act 2013 Schedule 3. Okay, so this is the trial balance and debit balances of the trial balance and credit balances of trial balance along with some adjustment. Number one adjustment is related with the closing stock. So when we record the opening stock, then this adjustment also transferred in respective notes. Number two is related with the depreciation on plant and machinery and furniture. Plant and machinery and furniture. Opening stock, then plant and machinery and furniture. This rate text give instruction. There is adjustment regarding this item. Outstanding liabilities, wages, salary and rent. Wages, salary and rent. Wages, salary and rent. Okay. Then dividend for the year ended 31st March 2020. It is the proposed dividend. Okay. Proposed dividend. Last one is related with the provision for taxation. So it is proposed provision for taxation or proposed tax liability. So we have format of balance sheet in the books of Bhagya Limited. Bhagya Limited. Okay, only Bhagya Limited. Balance sheet. As on 31st March 2020. So this is the format of balance sheet. Balance sheet is divided into two parts: equity and liabilities and asset. It is a vertical format, and four section are related with the equity and liabilities, and two section are related with the asset, non-current asset and current asset. Okay. Okay. Non-current asset and current asset, along with the various notes. Similarly, profit and loss account. Profit and loss account also divided into two parts. First part is related with income and second is expenses. So income part is classified into two parts: revenue from operation and other income, and expenses are divided into seven type of expenses. Okay. So this is the format of profit and loss account we already studied. So various notes 1 to 21. 1 to 21. Okay. Without wasting time on preparation of notes, we already discussed on it in last 6 problems. So directly we start the solution of problem. Okay. Bhagya Limited was registered with a nominal capital. Nominal capital means it is authorized capital of rupees 5 lakhs in equity shares of rupees 10 each. So authorized capital recorded in the Notes number 1, share capital, authorized capital. So the total amount of capital is 5 lakhs and value of one share is 10. So 5 lakhs divided by 10. So 50,000. So total number of shares are 50,000. Total number of authorized capital is 50,000. Okay. So 5 lakhs capital amount divided by per share capital. So we are able to find out total number of shares. So total number of shares are 50,000 shares. 5 lakhs divided by 10. So authorized capital 50,000 equity shares of rupees 10 each, 5 lakhs. Okay, this is the authorized capital. This is the authorized capital, and we just close it without transfer it into the balance sheet. Then debit side of trial balance. Number 1, opening stock. Opening stock is transferred in working note, change in inventories. How to calculate change in inventories? Change in inventories is calculated by opening stock minus closing stock. Opening stock minus closing stock. What is the amount of opening stock? Opening stock 50,000 and closing stock 91,500. 91,500. Just wait. Okay. Opening stock amounted of rupees 50,000 and closing stock amounted of rupees 91,500. And we calculate change in inventory by opening stock minus closing stock. Opening stock minus closing stock. So opening stock is of rupees 50,000 and closing stock of rupees 91,500. So there is negative balance, negative stock here. How many? 41,000 rupees minus 41,500. 41,500 is the change in inventories. Is it clear? Is it clear? Screen is not visible. Sorry. See how to calculate change in inventory. Change in inventories is calculated by opening stock minus closing stock. Opening stock is of rupees 50,000 minus closing stock 91,500. So change in inventories amount is of rupees minus 41,500, and it should be transferred in profit and loss account. Profit and loss account under the heading change in inventories. Change in inventories minus 41,500. Okay, minus 41,500. Then there are two effects of closing stock. We already first effect is taken here. Now second effect, closing stock is transferred to asset side of balance sheet. Asset side of balance sheet. This is the asset side of balance sheet, and closing stock is one type of inventory, and that's why it is current asset. And so there is a separate notes for recording the closing stock, that is inventories. Notes number 12. Notes number 12. Closing stock. How many closing stock are there? 91,500. 91,500. So this is the effect of second effect of closing stock. First is it is deducted from opening stock in change in inventories, and second effect record in the notes number 12, that is inventories as a closing stock. Okay. Now next, wages. So wages are associated with employee benefit expenses because it is paid to the employee. That's why wages are transferred to employee under the notes employee benefit expenses. But similarly, there are one adjustment regarding the wages, that is wages outstanding liabilities as on 31st March 2020. That means outstanding wages of rupees 5,200. 5,200 is the outstanding wages, and regular wages amount of rupees 70,000. So we have separate notes in this regards, that is employee benefit expenses. See here, wages. What is the amount of wages? 70,000. 70,000, right? 70,000 add 5,200 is the outstanding amount. Outstanding amount. So total 70,000 plus 5,200, 75,200. 75,200. And outstanding wages, it, see here, how many outstanding wages are there? 5,200, and it's become a liabilities. That's why outstanding wages are transferred to the liabilities side. See, this is the format of liabilities, and outstanding wages is treated as a current liabilities. So we observe here which is the appropriate head for transferring the outstanding wages. It is short-term borrowing? No. Trade payable? No. Other current liabilities? Yes, it is the other current liabilities. That's why any outstanding expenses, there are any outstanding expenses are transferred to the other current liabilities, outstanding wages, outstanding salary, outstanding rent. In case of this problem, okay, transfer to notes number 6, outstanding wages. Outstanding wages 5,200 is the outstanding wages. Then next item, purchases. Purchases are recorded under the notes purchases of stock in trade. Purchases of stock in trade. Similarly, see, there is any purchase return in this problem. There is no any purchase return is given. Only purchases are given. Purchases. So purchases of stock in trade. We have separate note, notes number 17, purchases. Purchases of rupees 3 lakh. If purchase return is given, it is deducted from the amount of purchases. Then discount allowed. Discount allowed. So it is one type of expenses and is allowed, and is allowed 4,200. Other expenditure, other expenses. Notes number 21, last. Other expenses, discount allowed. Other expenses. Then insurance. The amount of insurance is given up to the 13th June 2020. That means it is prepared for 3 months, because we prepare the financial statement up to 31st March 2020, but insurance is paid up to 30 June 2020. That means insurance is prepared for 3 months. The total amount of insurance is 6,720. And calculate the amount for prepared. Yes, calculate it. Calculate it. Yes, send the answer. Basically, insurance is prepared for 3 months. So total insurance of rupees 6,720 for 12 months. And out of 12 months, 3 months are prepared. So 6,720 divided by 4, divided by 12, divided by 12. How to calculate it? See, 6,000, 720 divided by 12 months, because this amount is given for 12 months. So per month insurance amount is rupees. Yes, send me answer. 6,720 divided by 12, 560, 560, 560, right? 560. So rupees 560 for per month, per month, per month, and it is prepared up to, see here, 13 June 2020. Okay. So 31st March 2020 is the last date of financial year. From 31st March to 13th June. So April, May, and June. There are 3 months, and insurance prepared for 3 months. Prepared. So this is the amount of prepared. Yes. 1,000 rupees, 1,680 is the prepaid insurance. Is the prepaid insurance. So it is deducted from, total insurance. 1,680. So rest amount is rupees. Yes, how many? 540. Okay, 540. And when we prepare any amount in regards advance or in regards any expenses, then it become a asset. That's why whenever there is outstanding, it should be treated as liabilities, and whenever there is any prepaid, it should be treated as a asset. So it is one type of asset. See asset side, current asset. So it is related to current asset, no. Inventories, no. Trade receivable, no. Cash and cash equivalent, no. Short term loan and advances. So there is one heading, short term loan and advances, but we have no separate notes regarding the short term loan and advances. That's why we record the prepaid insurance under the heading short term loan and advances. There is no problem if you wish to create a separate notes number 15 for short term loan and advances, you should create. Okay, no issue. So we directly transfer this prepaid insurance under the heading short term loan and advances 1680, or you should prepare separate notes for it. Notes number 15, then your notes number 16 is related to revenue from operation. This is 16, 17. Then number also change for notes number of profit and loss account. Okay, 1680 is the prepaid insurance. This is the second effect. First effect, it is deducted from respective expenses and added in the short term loan and advances, because it is prepaid, it is prepaid. That's why it is one type of advances. That's why we record under the heading short term loan and advances. Next item, salaries. Salaries, it is employee benefit expenses, but outstanding salary amount is also given in the problem, 1200. Employee benefit expenses, salary, 18,500 plus outstanding amount, 1,200. 1,200. So 18,500 plus 1,200. Yes. Send me final answer. 19,700. Okay. An amount of outstanding is transferred to liabilities side as we record the outstanding wages, outstanding salaries under the other current liabilities, 1,200. Okay. The next item is rent. Rent is the other expenses, and outstanding rent amount is also given in the problem. Outstanding rent of rupees 600. Notes number 21. Rent. Okay, and outstanding amount of rupees 600. $6,000 plus 600, 6,600. See, rent plus outstanding. 6,600, and outstanding amount become a liabilities. So other current liabilities, other current liabilities, other current liabilities, 600. Okay, outstanding rent. The next item is general expenses, printing and stationery, advertisement. All these three items are related with other expenses, and there is no any adjustment given in the problem regarding these three items. That's why we directly transfer to other current other expenses. Notes number 21. See here, general expenses, printing and stationery, and advertisement. Okay, general expenses 8,950, printing and stationery 2,400, and advertisement 3,800. Next item, bonus is related with the employee benefit expenses. That's why it's transferred to the employee benefit expenses. See here, employee benefit expenses, bonus. Okay, then debtor is regarding the liabilities, is regarding the asset, is regarding the assets. That's why it's transferred to asset side. See, this is the format of asset, and debtor is current asset, and associated with the trade receivable, trade receivable. See here, 38,700. The next, plant and machinery and furniture, both are asset. Similarly, it is non-current asset. Similarly, it is tangible asset. So tra transfer it under the note tangible asset. See here, tangible asset. Plant and machinery 80,500, and furniture 17,100. There is adjustment of depreciation on plant and machinery and furniture. 15% is the rate of depreciation on plant and machinery, 10% depreciation charge on furniture, 15% and 10%. Depreciation on plant and machinery at 15%, and on furniture at 10%. So 80,500 minus yes 15%. What is the amount? Send me message in chat box. Okay, 12,075. 12,075. 80,500 minus 12,500, 75. Yes, 68,425. Okay, very good. And 10% on furniture, 17,100 minus 10%, 1,710. 710. Okay, the rest amount is 17,100 minus 1,710. 15,300. 15,390. Okay. And now the amount of depreciation is transferred to depreciation and amortization. Depreciation and amortization. Notes number 20. Depreciation on plant and machinery and on furniture 1,710. So this is the second effect of depreciation. Transfer to depreciation and amortization expenses. Note number 20. Now cash at bank. Cash at bank is the asset, current asset, and transferred to notes under cash and cash equivalent. Cash and cash equivalent. See here, cash at bank. Okay. And now last item, bad debts. Bad debts. Bad debts. The amount of bad debts is rupees 3,200. It is transferred to other expenses. Other expenses. Other expenses. See here. So this is the debit side of trial balance. Now sales. Sales are recorded in the notes under the revenue from operation. There is no any return. Sales return is given on the debit side of trial balance. That's why whole amount is transferred in the outer column in the respective notes. That is revenue from operation. Revenue from operation, sales. Okay. Then discount received. It is one type of income. So other income, notes number 16. Notes number 16, discount received. See here. Then profit and loss account. It is the opening balance of profit and loss account, 6,220. So it is transferred to reserve and surplus. Notes number 2. Notes number 2. We create separate heading for particular profit and loss account balance. See, surplus, opening balance of profit and loss account. 6,220. And if there is any profit during the year, it should be added. If there is any loss, should be deducted from the opening balance. Then create the appropriation. If any appropriation, appropriations are given in the problem, like dividends. Creditors. It is one type of liabilities, current liabilities. That's why it is transferred to liabilities side. Trade payable. See here. Okay. Then general reserve. It is a reserve fund and it should be transferred to reserve and surplus on credit side. See here, notes number 2, general reserve. There is no balance transfer during the year. If any balance transfer to reserve fund, then it should be given on the given in the adjustment section, but no any reserve transferred during the year. Okay. Then loan from bank. Loan from bank. It is one type of liabilities. It is one type of liability. That's why it is transferred under liability side. Long-term bond, loan from bank. But no any adjustment regarding the interest is given in this regard. That's why in last problem also loan from bank is given, but interest rate is also given. That's why we calculate interest on it. Last item is share capital. 24,500 shares of rupees 10. It is issued as well as paid up. That's why we transfer it under the heading capital. C, issued capital. Issued capital.